and the thing kept making noises, and finally it fucked up. So that night I remember going up on stage. I was laughing my ass off because I was high. I went up on stage and I fucking said, you know, it's great to be in Yakima. I went to my hotel room. It was a massage bed. I put a quarter in it. I woke up with a thumb in my ass. Like something stupidly. Oh, because the Palm Spring. That's how bad I was, people. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I had no joke writing skills, but I had a way of saying something that I would hook on to something, and if God was smiling on me, I'd have 3 tags. And then eventually I would add, for years I did that Palm Springs joke. I forget it now, I'm not saying it right. Something happened. I put a quarter in there and I had a thumb up my ass. That's the Palm Spring of Washington. I don't know. Bro, we all go through a lot of suffering. Please forgive me for that joke, but that's just to let you know I was no fucking Picasso and you got to stay with it, you know? Where's my man at? For years, I had to follow Paul Mooney at midnight. When I was on the 7-year mark of comedy, I became a regular at the Comedy Store. And she would put me on 4 nights a week at 12:45 to 1 o'clock to 1:15. And it was hell late. You were going up for 4 people. You couldn't believe you were finally at the Comedy Store, but you didn't get the meat and potatoes of the audience every night. And then she started liking me, Mitzi Shaw. I was always around when she was around. She'd watch me, and she'd giggle. I was always down there on Sunday nights. I drove the van. By the way, happy 46th anniversary to the Comedy Store. Without you, I'd have no fucking nothing. I'd be in prison right now. So thank God the Comedy Store opened, and I was blessed to be in a part of it since 1997, man. I'm really lucky that they made me a regular, because Lee, nothing else would have made me stay here. That was the only thing that.
You think so? You would have left?
Yeah, because Jesus Christ, it's a dream to be a regular at the Comedy Store. Never mind to be inducted by fucking Mitzi Shaw. That means something. That's always meant something to me. Yeah, a lot of things happened in my life, but that's always meant something to me. I was a regular after 2 fucking auditions, man. Even Joe Rogan had to be a fucking unpaid regular for a while, guys. She made me a regular right off the bat, 2 fucking showcases. So for all the bad shit that happened and all the bombings I took all those years, it paid off, because when I walked in there, I had the 10 minutes I needed. That was 10 minutes. When I left Seattle in 97, I was starting to get it. I wasn't talking to the audience, because I had come to LA and I had looked around a few times. And I was given the tour and the advice. If you come down here, knock it off with talking to people. That's the biggest fucking foot in your mouth here.
Interesting. Is that still the case?
You know what? I would still perfect to it, because I don't want to get that bad habit. There's bad habits and things that you do, whether we speak. It happens for me. I always go, do you see what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck stupid slang I say at the end of my sentences. That's a bad habit. When I was a kid, I used to rebound, and instead of going up with the rebound, I dribbled the ball. It was such a bad habit that the fucking coach told me, every time you do it, 25 push-ups. And 20 fucking sprints. It took me fucking 2 months to stop doing it. There's little things that we do that are bad habits, and then they become, biting your nails and snorting coke, They become bad fucking habits, but that you have to fucking correct it, and for you to get better in your field. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Whatever field that you want to excel at. I want you, not me, want whatever. I want you to bury yourself from time to time when it doesn't matter, and work yourself out of a hole on purpose.
It's hard now because I'm only doing 5 minutes most of the time.
That's it.
So I want to do great.
So what you want to do is you want to go up there with a topic.
Right.
And remember, because you in your house writing is completely different when you have 20 eyeballs staring at you.
Exactly.
You follow me? Me telling you to give me your money like this, and me telling you with a 45 bazooka in my fucking hand. Watch how quick you'll give me your wallet. Correct or not correct?
Absolutely.
So it applies the same to writing comedy sometimes. Sometimes it's good to go on a limb up there just to test your mind. And you may come up with a fucking gem that changes the whole thing. That came out because it was supposed to be there. You said it. It came out from inside you under pressure.
Well, it is weird because one of the worst sets I had ever was earlier this week before I went up and did Sam Tripoli's room, because I was trying to go through like a set list beat by beat and just remember, like, memorize it rather than just do it. And it was I had more of an improvised show. I mean, I was still doing the material that I'd written, but I wasn't all right, A, B, C, D. And it was weird that the more I try to control it, the worse it goes sometimes.
Well, here you go. And this material, and this podcast doesn't apply to just comedians. This applies to salesmen. This applies to attorneys. This applies to anybody that we make a living in a weird sort of way. You have to experiment, guys. Plain and fucking simple.
Yeah.
And you got to learn what works for you. But guess who pushes you in your career? It's not your boss. It's not your mom because, you're the first generation immigrant. It's got to be you. So sometimes you have to put yourself in an awkward position. I may have to do something tomorrow at 10 in the morning, right? Remember college. What do you think you go to college for? To teach you how to cram. You think they want to teach you how to cram? Cramming is something that if you get good at in your life and you know how to handle, your life will be great. Because you know what cramming is?
Doing it all at once?
Lacking of organization.
Right.
It doesn't take till your third semester in high school or your sophomore year. I got it my 8th grade year. When? After I got left back. Hello, it was too fucking late. So basically, you go to a fucking class, you take notes, you listen to the teacher, okay? You do the assignments, and every week, if you knew this going in, you would go over the material, wouldn't you, Lee?
Yeah.
Every Friday and Saturday, instead of dicking around for an hour, watching TV and hanging out with your friends. If you went over that material on Saturday and Sunday, when the quarterlies came, it would be a lot easier for you. You didn't have to go back and start from scratch like a Mama Luca de Ye and study all over again. But it took me years. It took me getting left back to figure it out like that. Well, guess what? The same thing works for comedy. Cramming is comedy sometimes. Joey, what the fuck are you talking about? Cramming sometimes is going on stage yourself and pushing yourself to the limit.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.